Welcome back, Opale tribe, to Tribal Council. Let's get jump straight into it. Juan, safe last round, not safe this round. How are you feeling?
Not safe. Last round was great because it was wild. It was between 5 people on each side, and it's always nice to have safety. But I think no one here should feel comfortable because you don't have safety except Maddie. I feel like everyone else except Maddie vulnerable right now. So
With two split tribals before this and you being safe, you got to, be in people's strategy, really, get to the nitty gritty. How does that affect this vote?
I think it depends on how people see the other, like both the tribals that happen. It was a chance for everyone to see kind of how people's relationships worked out with different people and not just the group as a whole, and see how people, kind of voted individually when it came down to smaller groups. So hopefully, I can have my trust in the people that I say I trust, and the people gave me their word. Because for me, that's all I can give right now. So hopefully people see that and take it to this next vote.
All right, good luck in this vote, Juan.
Thank you.
Tim.
Hello.
With cards being played and then cards not being able to be played, how likely do you feel like cards can possibly be played in this tribal?
Oh, I think it's definitely possible. I have heard that my name is going around, so if that's true, there will be a card played tonight if I am the one voted out. So we'll see how fun that is for one of you guys.
Oh, Tim, is that like are you letting people know, like, vote for me if you want to? I have something in my pocket that could send one of you out and backfire.
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying vote for me, but it is a topic of conversation that's already happening. So if that is the case, then someone is going to be kind of unhappy tonight.
So if you want to keep something like that in your pocket, which from what you're saying, how do you make sure that the vote is not on you?
Well, by offering up another name, which I have been offering up some names to people, but no one seems to want to do anything that I want to do or include me on their plan. So I'm just here waiting for my time, it seems. Yeah.
All right, any of those names that Tim is trying to throw out there, do any of those names want to speak? Do anybody know those names?
We're competing.
Marcelo, names. Are there names going around?
Oh, absolutely. Names are going around. You have narratives being spread about everybody here, there, everywhere. So it's kind of just like, the double tribal that we just had, it has sparked up some conversations of where we go next into the future. And I think the biggest thing is focusing more on where we want to go towards the end of this game. It's not, we're not just like, this isn't a tribe of 18 people. Like, it's not getting to the point where we have to, like, we can just like say, oh my God, let's all like say one name. Like, no, like it's final 9. Like, we're all going to focus on like different paths to the end. It's just who gets to the end first.
This challenge that just happened with the knockout puzzles, was that like a eye-opening thing for you as far as like how the knockouts went, or was it just like people had to knock people out, so it didn't really matter who got who?
I mean, everyone has a strategy for that game. It's not just like go down the list of like, let me complete this puzzle. So it was interesting seeing who did puzzles that weren't eliminating people, like, because sometimes someone would hit send and like it would be like, oh, that person did that puzzle. So you always have to be aware of your surroundings.
Okay, well, good luck tonight, Marcelo.
Thank you, Rocky.
Thomas, with the jury filling up so fast, and as you all can see, some of them are now joining and they have been watching, how precious is it to vote out the right people or say the right thing at tribal councils now?
I mean, there's 2 other people on the jury. We've been playing with the jury for quite some time now.
I think how you play this game is really important. You know, I'm watching who gives me the time of day. I mean, you don't have to talk game with me, but if you're going to ignore me the whole time, probably not going to get my vote. Um, but I think everybody left are gamers. Like that's fact. I think everybody is playing their like a different game and have their own paths to the end. But moves, relationships, how you maneuver, it's all being watched. What you say at tribal council, I don't think really matters because everybody bullshits here anyways. But yeah.
And what are you basing your vote on this round?
Again, surviving. I probably am going home this tribal and I'm receiving votes and it's tiring, vote out the person that's just going to keep getting targeted. That makes no sense. Like there are going to be 8 people left in this game. I probably am close to 2. And even they probably would dispose of me once they get closer to the end. So I don't understand why me going makes sense when I have pitched that I'm a number and loyal. I've been loyal to the people I said that I was loyal to. So that's just my, my 2 cents into it.
Well, good luck tonight, Thomas.
Thank you.
Mona. Thomas mentions loyalty. How important is loyalty when we're at the final 9?
In this game, loyalty is everything. But at the same time, you can't be loyal to a fault. And you have to, put your oxygen mask on first before you can save somebody else. So it only goes, I mean, in the big scheme of things, it's super important, but when it gets down to the nitty gritty and you're splitting hairs, you do have to put yourself first. That's just like common sense.
And at what point do you start putting yourself first?
It's a fine balancing act, but whenever your gut tells you that that's when you're supposed to.
And what are you basing your vote on this round?
My vote will be based on it's going to be based on loyalty and also what's best for not only my game but like the game as a whole, because it's like this is pivotal because we just had 2 back-to-back tribals. So I feel like this vote is really important for not just my game but for people who I'm also working with and make connections with. So I'm making sure that where I place my vote is going to be advantageous to not just me but the people I'm working with.
All right, well, good luck this round, Mona.
Thanks.
John. So last tribal you were involved in, you did get 1 vote, but it didn't seem like you were in a majority situation compared to the first 2 tribals that we've been to at Merge. So how are you feeling now going into this next round in this vote?
Yeah, I don't think things change a lot tribal to tribal, right? My name was out from the start of the merge. It's out now. It was out then. It's as my time goes on, I'm sure it's still going to be out here just because, I've been kind of like a scapegoat fall plan for a lot of, the things it feels like that have happened. At least from where I'm sitting, I take ownership of the things that I've done and the things that I thought have helped me, but nothing happens in this game unilaterally. I'm just doing what I think is best for me and is pivotal to survive. And I think there's always a bigger picture that people have to keep in mind and look at besides each individual person.
And where do you feel like you fit into that big picture?
Mm-hmm. Well, not in the background. I feel like I've been very much a foreground part of it, but been one of those wounded bodies at the bottom of the war picture, just slowly trying to reach up for help. But it's been a rough ride, yeah. So I don't know. I was imagining a battle scene picture where I'm I don't know. I'm not gonna say a limb that's detached because that's really dark, but something like that.
What are you basing your vote on this round, John?
Honestly, survival, where I think that most of the votes are gonna go, and I don't know. I think I've shown you don't vote in this game personally. You vote what you think you want to do and what's going to make you able to stay. So that's all I got, Rocky. That's all I got.
Good luck, John.
Thanks, Rocky.
Brandon, we have seen cards and cards and cards, but so far in this merge, we have not seen any idols. Are there any talks of idols? Are there any idol looking? What's going on?
Well, I think as soon as y'all mentioned the bird thing, everyone was like, pro board, let's try to figure this out. And to no avail, like, I'm notoriously really bad at this shit. And so I had no such luck. From what I've heard, no one else has had luck. But the game so far has been everyone fucking lying. So there could be 10 people with idols just with balls of steel sitting there like, I'm going to hang on to this. So it's concerning. But at this point, like, no one genuinely knows, I think.
Well, there's only 9 people, so I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not good at math. I failed math twice. I'm sorry.
Much like my previous questions was about the secrecy and mystery of the game, and there possibly being stuff like that still out there. How do you work around that at Final 9?
Honestly, like, you just have to accept the fact that they exist, and there's some things that are just out of your control. If you are sitting there trying to put a chokehold on the game will choke back. So you have to just understand there are things out of your control. You have to put the trust in the people you said you're working with. And I think sometimes it's hope for the best, honestly.
All right. Well, good luck tonight, Brandon.
Thanks.
Robin,
I-
just overall, how are you feeling this round?
Well, I received two votes last round. One of the person who voted for me last round is still in the game. So I don't know how to feel going into this next round. I want to feel safe, but receiving votes in this game and seeing your name come up at tribal really puts like a fire under your butt. So, I'm just voting here to survive by going with the majority. It might be boring. But at this point, I'm nervous. I never make it past final 9 in these Survivor games, so I'd like to at least make it to 8, hopefully.
So, with you receiving votes last round, how do you just like make sure that doesn't happen again this round, basically?
I mean, just like being real, it was Tim, obviously, and like we talked it over. And I don't know. I feel like we're on a better page with that, and hopefully he's not voting me this round. But you never know what's gonna happen in this game until those votes are read. So.
And what are you gonna base your vote on this round?
Yeah, my vote again is on surviving and trying to make it to 8.
All right. Well, good luck, Robin.
Thank
And
you.
certainly, last but not least, our immunity winner this round, Maddie.
Hey, Rock.
How important was it for you to win this immunity this round? Do you think that you needed it?
Maybe. I don't know. I just would rather have it and not have to worry about it. Especially on a live night in a triple. It's like going from 11 to 8 is such a big jump that it's nice to just kind of secure your spot in there if you can. I don't know. I feel like this is my lucky comp. I feel like I've won it a couple times. So I was like, a lot of times people don't want to submit because they don't want to show their cards. And I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to go ham and see what happens. And I just lucked out picking the right order and being fast, I guess. I don't know. I'm so sick of like, I don't want to play scared. So I was willing to do everyone's puzzle, I guess. Secure my spot in the final 8. Hopefully no one blames me for that. I feel like we all should be doing that.
I was gonna ask you that with doing so many puzzles, and winning. Do you feel like that's gonna like put a target on your back as Maddie is doing these comps well?
Thanks for putting it there, Rocky. No, just kidding. I feel like it probably was already there a little bit, and if it's a little bigger, I don't know if it'll make a huge deal in the grand scheme of things. And I don't know, I just hope that the people that I've put my trust and loyalty into will continue to ride this game out with me. And I don't know, hope for the best. Every round is a new round, so we'll see.
And what are you going to base your vote on for this round?
Good question. How do I put this into words? Simply put, out of the names out there, I'm gonna vote for who I want to vote for in terms of my own personal game. And whatever else happens, happens.
All right, Maddie. Well, I'll have to wish you good luck. You are in the final 8, but for one of you, you will not be in the final 8. And this is your time to speak. Let it all out. I've heard people say that they think that they're going to go out. I've heard people say that they just want to make it to the final 8. And everybody is basically nervous. So if you think that you're on the chopping block tonight, this is your time to speak. Save yourself. Speak to somebody. Floor is yours.
I just want to say personally that it's been fun in this game and people should do what's best for their game at this point, like I said. So, good luck everyone, and I hope we make it to 8.
All right, it's been a long night, so you already know the deal. Go to your Discord confessionals, put those votes in, and I will be back.
I want to shout out the jury. Thank you all for being here. Iconic. We love it.
We love all of our jury members being here. Yes. Julia, not the rock.
Not the rock. Oh, because someone tagged me in it. Shout out to pre-jury that's watching as well. We love you as well. Thank you.
Pre-jury, whoop whoop.
Woo, woo, woo.
by pre-jury, we mean all of the pre-jury females hanging out watching right now. We
There's
love
a lot
you.
watching. We love you. I guess I shout out name Emily, Izzy, Julia, Ray. Shout out to y'all.
All right, I am back and I have the votes. Before I read the votes, if anybody has any idols or cards that I could play, now is the time.
No, sorry, I'm joking.
All right, I'll get to the vote. First vote, John. Next vote, John. That is 2 votes, John. Next vote, John. 3 votes, John. Next vote, Thomas. That is 3 votes, John, 1 vote, Thomas. Next vote, Thomas. That is 2 votes, John. I'm sorry, 2 votes, Thomas, 3 votes, John. Next vote, Thomas. We're tied. 3 votes, John, 3 votes, Thomas. John. Next vote. And the next member of our jury, John. That is enough tonight, John. I'll give you a few minutes to say your goodbyes.
Now I don't have to go buy cups. No, just kidding. This has been such a fun experience. I don't know, like after the season, I feel like I've just been doing everything this game, giving it my all the entire time, because I feel like that's all I know. I don't do a lot of these, especially nothing like this. So I've had such a fun experience. No hard feelings to anybody. I totally get what happened. I feel like I have nobody to blame for my position in the game but myself. So, whatever, woohoo. Thanks for the learning experience, guys. I've had so much fun. I love you all. I hope to play Fortnite with so many of you.
John, before you go, as one of my best friends outside of this in the gaming community, I'm so happy that you finally got your opportunity to play this. It has been a real pleasure seeing you maneuver, whether you knew what you were doing or you didn't. It was still like just heartwarming because like that's my friend, yeah, I hope you enjoyed yourself and thank you so much. Love you.
Yes, John. Thank you so much
for playing, John.
Yeah, love you too. Most of the time, didn't know what I was doing. I said though that only ugly people get double-digit placements. Though I said that. No offense to anybody who had double-digit placements, and I didn't. So I'm pretty. Okay, thank you.
Bye, John.
Bye.
You're amazing.
Bye, John. You're beautiful.
Bye.
Bye, John.
Love you.
Final 8.
Congratulations. I'm gonna jump in, Rocky. Sorry.
You do your thing.
Congratulations on final 8. I'll shout out. I know you've been talking about it a lot, Robin. So shout out to you for beating your placement ever. So congrats. But you all have survived the triple night. Take a deep breath. I know it was a lot. Whew, but we got some more fun tomorrow. So I'm just gonna leave you with this. Time is running out. Figure it out before it's too late. 8 of you remain. Tick tock, tick tock. Hurry up before the clock strikes 4. Good night, castaways.